Hi everyone, welcome to the BoldSign API tutorial. In this video, I'll guide you through embedding a template link into your application using an iframe with the BoldSign Java SDK. I'll cover how to generate a template link and integrate it using an iframe. I'll also show you how to customize the toolbar. Let's get started. I'll start by installing the BoldSign Java SDK in my project. Make sure you have installed Java version 1.8 or higher. You can install the BoldSign Java SDK using Maven or Gradle. I'll use Maven for this tutorial. Add this dependency to your project's pom.xml file. Next, run mvn clean, install in your terminal to install the API client library into your local Maven repository. Since I've already installed the Java SDK, I confirm the setup by running this command, which displays the installed version in my project directory. To generate a template link, I navigate to the BoldSign developer documentation on creating embedded template link, locate the Java code snippet, copy it, and paste it into a new Java file. Next, I update the code. I set the API key in the API client to connect with BoldSign services. If you haven't created your API key yet, you can do so from the BoldSign web app. The template API object is used to create template links similar to a regular template, but with extra properties for customization, which I'll show later. Then, I define the recipient role as manager for the template. I move to the template creation setup using the embedded create template request object. This is the main request object where I define all necessary properties for generating the URL, including setting the template title, description, and document title. The View option configures the initial page that loads from the generated URL. You can set this to the filling page or the prepare page. The filling page is used to customize roles, enforce authentication, and more, while the prepare page configures form fields for the roles. I set the View option to prepare page. Since I've already defined the document and role, there's no need for users to upload files. This ensures that when I open the link to be embedded, I land directly on the prepare page, where I can configure form fields for the assigned roles. Next, I display the toolbar by setting the Show Toolbar property to true, which is hidden by default. When enabling the toolbar, its buttons such as Navigation, Save, Preview, Create are enabled. You can hide buttons by setting the appropriate property to false. I'll hide the Navigation button from the toolbar as I've already provided the document and predefined the role. The user only needs to configure the form fields on the prepare page. This prevents unnecessary navigation during the template setup process. If you want to display tooltips on the prepare page, enable this property. Next, I add a document to the template, in this case, a non-disclosure agreement. I then run the sample. The response includes a template URL, which I'll embed within my application. A draft template is created, and when the template creation process is completed using the embedded link, the final template will be created. Until then, it remains a draft. I copy the URL and paste it into the browser, where the prepare page renders directly, as I've set the View option to prepare page. On this page, I can configure form fields right away. You'll notice that the navigation button is hidden as I disabled it in our code. Next, I show you how to embed this link in an iframe. You can integrate the link in your preferred way, such as a pop-up window or a new window. I navigate to the BoldSign developer documentation and find sample code snippets for embedding the template link in an iframe. These client-side triggers control the embedded template page loaded within the iframe. The template link also triggers client-side events in your application, which I'll demonstrate. I copy the code for creating the iframe and paste it into my HTML. I set the generated URL as the source attribute of the iframe and adjust its height. I then run the sample. The prepare page is rendered within the iframe. To customize the toolbar and its button actions using client-side triggers and handle client-side events, I navigate back to my Java code and set the Show Toolbar property to false to hide the default toolbar. I then enable the toolbar buttons such as Save, Preview, and Create. I run the sample, copy the generated URL, and set it as the source attribute in the iframe. Next, I copy the code snippets from the BoldSign documentation for custom toolbar buttons and paste them into my HTML. Then I copy the scripts for the button actions and paste them in my HTML. I also copy the code for handling client-side events and paste it under the script tag. In the onCreateSuccess event, I add an alert with a message and run the sample. The sample renders with custom toolbar buttons. I then add a signature form field. I can preview the template by clicking the Preview button, exit by clicking the Exit Preview option, and click Save to save the changes. Lastly, when I click Create, the template is created successfully and the alert message is displayed. That's it. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, like and subscribe. Stay tuned to our channel for more BoldSign API tutorial videos.